Okay.
Information yet in Senra ebeto dwa se Okatakyie free fa wakogya na nemu akopa nana nkansa Boadu echew ewodie esiyo no yase no kure nim tinke pese tie fro no ananum na ensem no sede yetie no okiremu yema wo se wone chema Wontumi eko pie mu ewo eye nana nkansa Boadu ba chema Wontumi na kasa ye ba information ba bonten eche se Jerry Ahmed Shaib ono na ye mrashe bedwani emam empeso asofo a wo ye weja bawe na yese ode abetu dwa se wankwa nkogina ho so kopachew ede ama friend saying Okatakyie free fa nti person ke tie free na no ya trust yes na afia kwesi mami too
I'm not interested in that story.
So what story you are interested in? Let's carry on. Yes.
Kwabra enra say ohu ya I think say platform another production the back by say speaker Babin kasa say Ghana ye democracy no a decline.
They ask all area boys in the
democracy no
a decline.
Backsliding.
Yeah.
He said he used the word backsliding. Say Ghana so you're ranking on peace ni nema ni maybe so say na so etie e busan for say dra ho machi ne nkrofo so rebetana ni di enu moto hu nyina ni atiatemu a enye hudwan ene pase bedwan nkrofo asum dem tana democracy chichire no I mean the biggest tool you can use in democracy is joy. You may not like some of the commentaries coming from some people, but you just have to make your ears for it. Not what you be. Yeah, man, yourself no of late there. It needs a lot of fine tuning. It needs a lot of soul searching and some kind of introspection.
Fun according to you, he say you fine tuning na. Yeah, trim.
Already who's for the who bufu krachi.
You do man here. Said you also you would do man.
You expect him to nim timani bisawana.
Ti fa ne mfa ntini.
Baba na chichire na ngasa na a problem. Sa chichire no. One thing, so woni me. Kakra for some time the one was akwasi. I think they say no tie. Me chire enya dia e wo se obi a condemn chire. What I say? Se chire ni ho a enka wudifo ne sa ewiase obi ahunye mabufusa kromfo ni put mi wia wade kwa no obi wia me phone ka me buria
oyi ana
I would also mo we ka wo di bi ka ho akra manya 70 minka kra obe fa de free me dem brand mada
wada
afina phone ba for Samsung Duos
wato mu bi
me fi ko free bu of a Johnson 4 million said oh your bank for there would be free dan credit man because it is there
or the equal stop ni be fire na
no
as to how
na dey na see answer na wo dad na hoto ade dey you pay padi aso
ajoja na man kasa bisa wo jana man kasa
e kire e ka ho
enana no
society no eso wa amfa sa ne man anjima abonefo na dey yesu obo na dey kra no o sa agitum say ebi mo ho a ankoyi it they need some of these places. We need some of these places to be functional in a coherent society. But political chire be see in there. But I'm going to say in the 80s. Everything around some of these things, it ended with Chairman Rawlings. When he became President Rawlings, he stopped some of these things himself.
So you read democracy.
You read democracy.
Inti ubia wo no kwan se wo se wo kire na dwen
yes. Adwen kire bo enya wo de. Ba yanchi ni pa no kopapa. Na some say
no so nche se obetimi a kire wadwa ama na titi obi so fa
ko kan trotun ko fo me ka se ko ko fo ko ada wonya wo hwe me ka se die nsiye no se de o mo ka fa fo ko hu ne ade ade I don't encourage that myself. Oh I'm a comedian no betimi atwetwe the whole day, but that is different. Say me header I mean kwabena pema na kwabena what transipa onom sa se de wo abra go hu so onom sa da. That is unfair. Sa some fun ya na nkofo kika na ba umi akwa preko but Allah na chi preko ni panchi what I say I mean what the point that people do and what there by all means invite the person. If you have to arrest the person if you have to detain the person but please to me na ma kwan say to me be che me free me fee free me comfort zone and me kwahye be kan sa to me na so no achechi kwan fa so I say to me so tronka ho to the civil one can in an income deny no access to the immediate family in the lawyers in and you push politics 21st century baby a Ghana ya gidia bedrui any kwase enke wo saa de ho kakra no minim de ntia aban empase obeti minim de ntia pete mama he being the one of the finest gentlemen we have in our politics otumi bu na ni agu so man nkrofo no eye de mo
hold on na ye nin komo wo sasem kroya ho na ye mra ye ne lawyer Dominic Brenya Ochri ono ye private legal practitioner ngodin komo emfa eye sa chichira ni jail term friends bail conditions ni nasefo no na onfa ne mra na wonim no enchire mu kakra. Lawyer, good morning.
Good morning, William.
Na mpacho ho ye
Mpon ya chayo
edanyame ase ebe mremu dia na ewose ye to ahoma ne ba because yenim dia ni yenim kura entimi nu sere mo amachada akoho adesua na ya kire mu no ene dia ba bi nam wiem a esensen kra titru efa the New Patriotic Party ho a omo echese ase aben owosi akohye eye security services na ni security agencies no achi ena wode etetuo mo titru efa eye bail conditions ehun wadaroma maye nimdia kakra sa ye ka bail conditioner emra no sen eneka edefa ho na ye wo limits ena ye wo range bia ewo se etomu ana
yo medasi mi fa se free constitution se ye mra pon mu no se ye chi obi a the person presumed innocent as ye nsusie mu no nipa no oni for until court bubuana for nipa all the human rights na nipa wono must be accorded. It's not suspended. Na ye bill so if you are your back your criminal procedure code at 30 1960 section 96 and the clear a kwaya yemfa so and my bail discretionary. The application of section 96 no a court na mra mo so na say 48 hours of constitution mo uchi obi na onyan court or suspect onyan accused person into yes 48 hours or so man be Wontumi family tum say 48 hours we need 48 hours no Wontumi man be final court there's no police for any other investigative institutions no omoya also yes on Friday 48 hours next Sunday court in argument no this or that Monday no my wada class had in court Tuesday na Martin people the court now Supreme Court say 48 hours is 48 hours if there is no court available and grant the person bail that one is non-negotiable now we say omunyu so okay your court section 96 the BMA and you might say emma bail ne say nipa no on your flight risk so money bail a onyane nipa no be samba understand the trial and ask rehuma moye no mo hwe na mo be hu no se nipa no interfere with the investigation se bia nipa bia mo investigation wo mo ho no obakwa twitwa manam there's no hwe nkofo bi intimo investigation no enwie payo and ask nipa no kwa no for no man bail a ene ya court krampo obesa ko committee the same time doing the investigation and I say bail condition say ebia onpe obi a oye civil servants sometimes omo say obi a not less than 5,000 now cost civil servants 5,000 directors no when exist 5,000
nipa dodo say na eje
nipa do say na eje yes to directors me kwa bail obi a 5,000 enya nti ya come to score 3,000 obi o make 3,000 a month also you say obi a justification be or agapade agapade no enya edan kwa but ninga also depend on the amount no the amount being so you've granted you bail in the sum of 5,000 cedis with two sureties sometimes two sureties and I say enko and I say one surety to be justified so they agapade bi be share no no, but the purpose of the bail no condition in just say I was say your investigation of amount of maybe 50 million. I was say the amount of bail in the sum of 50 million. Now nipa say Ghana nipa say and the what 50 million. I mean and the possible bail amount. Agreement no na say nipa ya tanese wansa ya di WhatsApp
eho no chemu kakra we aye court no mo de EOCO no mo so de no saying it here because and in some so a wakwenya say omutimi a grand Daniel be hona tutu na ya na sa problems na free eba.
Yes, in fact, what to say police former obi bail 10 million brother.
Mhm.
Any national security ne EOCO.
Mhm.
Any OSC.
Mhm.
Omo na amanyofo appoint to omo no.
Mhm.
But omo ye career officers no.
Mhm.
They know the law. They don't do like that. The criminal jurisprudence, you know, it's not to punish you before. If you call to cry, that's a more bail, that's a kind of swan. Who call for variation say the bail conditions are onerous.
Mhm.
If you call and so, and you be free.
Mhm.
What do you know? Say, surety. Nipa na obe standing as bail, surety no. Why not you want to say any pay? Because you be man na own.
Okay.
The whole essence of bail is say nipa no obeba.
Mhm.
Onyanin ko be dia.
Mhm.
But who confess catch a civil society who call for yeah.
Mhm.
Let's say nipa no offer to na do too much dinasef.
I see.
Almost I'm fan court because me dey court for court me ma bail.
Mhm.
If you want say so okay as me dey my money bail. Only to be satisfied conditions no. Now na with them.
I see.
Defeating the 48 hours. So what if you are not ready to take the person to court? Why arrest the person and put the person in cells?
I see. Na eno no sabio emra bia ni ho se ebia agisa na obi tebiri to come court and san yetimi akasa ansem no.
Inti wow, and no client no. Then you go to court say human rights because it's against your fundamental human rights.
I'm looking about it in totality. Say as a AI continuous. Yentimi enya bibia ebetimi sisade no ho kwan.
You see, Mremo no be the discretion powers, but investigating where you for any discussion.
Mhm.
They do 48 hours now. Financial court and answer money bail.
Mhm.
So what I say. Yes, we to the court to say this exercise of discretion now investigating where this that will be a high court. The court should declare say it is wrong and it's against people's fundamental human rights.
Okay.
But we're in the interpretation of constitution, so we're a high court.
Okay, right. Ehono yatiase. Na mamesa muso, ya ne say o kasa gise mo lawyers na deko na yentimi enya anfrance obia entimi entam se de ekosuo ni enti. Yenya ne say bia yempe ebia yokofo ebia mu wo up to this amount and I say up to this condition am betimi a day amma obi say obetimi akona fo timi ho yentimi nya bisa.
When it comes to discretionary powers, well, a political question. And then also Parliament, the same, according to me, same, I say, yeah, mamo, the standard.
Okay.
And I said the conditions, you know, to promote that's why
okay.
Because I give you a bit of exercise of discretionary power as stated in the Constitution.
Okay.
But discretionary power within the Constitution, you say, which is the money bill within 48 hours, one financial quarter. You can also spend more than 48 hours. But as to the conditions, the court to me say, this say, the Parliament, that should be as I said, we investigate, but now more we bail. Say. Oh, to guide, as a guide. Court to might be as a guide for them to operate within.
Okay.
Because mind you, I'm going to call Georgina, because you can say, there's no instrument to regulate the exercise of discretionary powers. So now it's subject to abuse.
See. You read the mode of arrest no so na yenka honsem. For example, you use Miracles Abwaje as a case study. According to report in Saka, I stand for corrections dome, say your man stop alert na uniha ena obaye. Kwanya ye fa so eche no so emrebie ni ho say ase nipa no though information e ba say cooperating as for nyina still omo etimi efa some Rambo style of a way arrest be enom eno so honsem te say
an abuse of power, abuse of state coercive power. The fact that we investigate will be no. And just any panic too quiet. Fine. Meaning, so call 3 times or under bail. If you're under bail, that's a condition. Just too quiet. Catch the ya. Only answer be too quiet.
I see.
Then you answer be okay. Your mouth say now to be a reporter. Why reporter? What breaching bail conditions? Or to revoke it? Bail condition, you know, that's the same.
I see.
Ni say bibia say ni ho. Stop alert no, yan kan tro. Why say yes, you can catch yourself to kwan. Na da koto airport say, you pass to kwan mo friend. Because you're a person of interest and that's what a suspect.
Okay.
And if I never play your passport and I say I catch or say to kwan. Now we bibia say ni ho. What to kwan? On back. And they over to so anything. How done it? So you see the absurdity of the whole system.
I see. Right, lawyer, you better see and pay any brawing amaye and so any chimwa or the amaye. But one thing before you go, stop alert no. Is it going and answer coming affect you?
Yeah, some I been now for to be no. Yeah, so they found you know, it's yeah, say no almost the Friday. That's a EOCO for you are. Monday, immigration for before dinner. Now Monday, almost not call EOCO.
Okay.
To break his immigration for the back so.
Okay.
Now almost the alcohol. My institution they stop alert the buy. So
right.
But I make about so almost the start say district and regional tribunal. My dream only kaka minimum. No more than democratic states is exercising that kind of tribunal system. Tribunal will be a tax tribunal, architect, construction tribunal. I don't know. There was special skill to say Obi or taxman, auditors appeals, Obi or architects, surveyor, or be about construction. But not a general law, they are lost.
I see.
Tribunal, no, and it's a panel of three. The chairman is a lawyer. The two other panel members are non-lawyers. Omoni session is by majority. To some yet, not say lawyer and say chairman and say, "What you say that here?" Or no, Nimbrano. Other two late panel members, they say, "Yeah, you say yeah." They carry the date, and no time away. Any person signed by under 1992 Constitution, which you want to revise. Is it right? It's a tool for the government in power to use against their opponents.
Okay.
And then this is one kind of business before Banana and Man almost wait till you sue. Any question is also.
A dear Koyachi, Yako backward. But Musa finally, into na miracles of Boadu Day. In your opinion, I'm seeking your personal opinion. You bet me I say EOCO for am I fair to miracles of Boadu or not?
First, before I don't have the forecast in terms of the bail condition, and I said no or bail, and that's only bail. You see, sometimes you go for to invite you. Who come out with a person of interest? Like I said, you have to know, was Miracle reporting regularly to EOCO?
Reporter all the just said na oko.
Almost walk twice.
Aye.
You understand? You be a bail. Now, oko twice, be a oko no. Now for interrogation.
Okay.
And I interview.
Okay.
So was he put on an arrest seriously? Was he granted bail on terms? Has he granted any terms? In fact, even when you are granted bail, maybe it's still question to be to buy. If it is not the conditions.
I see.
Of the bail.
I see.
Did he attempt to run away? No, he traveled out. I didn't know. Let's stop and let you know. So they got to know he had traveled. So the stop alert was subsequent to his travel.
See. I see.
That's when the unfairness comes in.
All right. That's it, lawyer, for your extensive education. That's P. Lawyer Dominic Bringer and Otin. I see you, mammy, and
thank you. My main ready way from Dr. George Dunphy. The one from Jamaica. Yeah, he posted this about 11 hours ago on his Facebook. See, according to the Global Peace Index (GPI), Ghana's peace ranking has declined from 55th globally in 2024 to 61st in 2025, and from 4th in 2024 to 7th in 2025 in sub-Saharan Africa.
Okay.
So globally, you take off from Africa, you take off from. This sign suggests that the country's reputation for peace is facing serious challenges. The other kind on the other research it's the mammy fancy. But look, I'm not a lawyer, but the American the lawyer I think there's a difference in the end. I don't know who in this country apart from these NDC elements bia omo de ka omo ko nanka MPP ni bia ewu nanka yanchi obia na yanka so omo se part nanka ze gu maybe 2044 and now yes omo to me happy about some of these things. Nobody No discerning citizen is so happy and enthused about this government gimmicks of arresting their opponents and making look as if they are hardened criminals or something. But sir, really? And yo, now for Abaya, woman, wo court to be a kufu crass, be court, missing me chrome when your court dying. Come now. Ukundana because I saw dying. White and so, and no more kumko ribbon as a uko demand. Why would the government, 21st century government, want to go back to 1980 something tribunals? Tribunals. Do you know what they actually want? They want to prosecute you without the law. Use jungle tactics. No, they are jail you. Now those tribunals, no young woman, no young mukademisha. But I'm not judge for any lawyer for the transfer. The free persons of interest. No, yeah, party no. Near free from. On Quasimas and our Casao, Casmin de Bian. Yes, boom from no. Quite way out now. I need Wakoto. Nipa na walk and Brancas Akran, Wakas or spelling Bra. Wontumi spell.
Nti your court system how do be no maybe I'm boying your court system first court no nyina be ba
yes
akosi saying
you
be nyadaje
justice doctor
okay
so usudaba ebeba supreme court at 150
okay
and a supreme court so the highest court of the land omo maka nyina hye na se omo wo binding effect on the lower court nti yenjai ma ono because o ka the supreme court so yeah
oh beautiful.
Or your justice of high court.
Nice.
He was
my director.
Benyadaji na what
because as you Supreme Court to assemble any tribunal. Omunyina hye na say until you give us the court structure, how they operate, binding effect, what was so persuasive effect, what lower courts ni so nyina no. Until enyame adom echina omunyina
sontie right.
Because
if you see mama na
Vinci. And crap ho a na dey President Mahama by as part of the research here and na justice of the Supreme Court ono kwa dey be say 10 as be kan ho
justices no yeah
isi ano also tokono amuso wa anya hwe time no tokono ni justice ni yebu aso time and omo dey this computerized arbitration system and so abeka ho what do you need a tribunal for ayene what a tribunal ayene
so be dia semuntem
Samu tasa trotro twatwa to nipa so we say maguna ni mase we Dennis dey enre ya Dennis so dey bia ba 1 hour ago was it right she no say 4 days no bia musa no about anything about $55 million bia
I don't so we could ebe kan ho nsem sa
well this is his own
right ono so answer
about this morning
yeah
obia musa no ho meanwhile wo statement say that bonte ne pass say na the faso
ni charges no
Kabra, this is not democracy. JM2 is far more disappointing than JM1.
Sir.
Oh, true. JM1 they know didn't win yes and maybe na ebuti.
The
two or the rules one waka de obeka. Mami come here. Two there. Bra. Kasi kuya na o na o ye trufo.
Right. Ada. Mami too.
Kwasi ai kwabna edin ya mempem so da bia mebo
kwasi mu feeling no hwe
mame manya akwanya mame enka we decency na all chances yen kasa yemu no
yema honte
emi se yete ha ye kasa yen kasa ntia obi yen kasa ntwitwie yen kasa mfumo bi no yena mo ye metiri enu yasum
obi am mekase yemfa yenko baby enra me hwe a Facebook post bi Kevin Taylor na otomane na nado danko akufo adu no baomia na nipa ko na pick similar words ba no de big ka ho na otomane omampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama but enam de okeka ho no ya che no
eno na nka meme be ba be ka say ade bia no it's not about fairness contest to one will say and some baby textualism or say the interpretation no
textual
a test no asem na can be a contextualism in which the thing was said enti eya na mpanyi si obi fum komo a obi mfum nwa say on say sometimes you see publication in the case of defamation so wo ka asem na nipa na ante a me a me ko ye no me kura me hu timi ba asem eso me original source of
so no ma una
obi ehu ye
eso ya ka chiro pani bi sisi na wo di mirika akoka
even uko bra na say the oka ye na make kan ekura efiri wanu se nipa ni nyina ho no mu bi eti no kwasem say e ya amanyosem ne ye obia wo baabi ogina obia wo baabi anakoma wo obia wo baabi opese wo kasa ma nanso ni nyina mu no esese ye ma ye kasa eho banyam se ye yi amanyosem firi ho ya tete enfiri fie o enye de asie ya na meka ne asisi pen ne ekoso we kra de se won kwasenti apanyi na mom ye kan chichire in general a ye nyina ye condemn se enye ba no kwasem se wontimi nyina wo papa anim e wo fie na won kasa nkyere ni biara mimi ye ba panyi mi nua no bi mechi obi antimi nyina manimu nkasa ntia me so ati ase medin fie sei mi nyini bia die enti na wo se menya konso anim atena menya microphone anim atena enti no esese me kasa tia
bi esimani
animu nti me kasa tia mampanyi me kasa tia abamu ni bi eye etu ahemfu why do you do that obetimi edu papa atem wo fie
dabi
empanyimfo di bi wo no mo ase panyi bi na wote se obi ne kasa na oboni dinwi a na wo so wo bobi wote pe no me was secondary school me ko bo me esa headmaster paya ya che me kakra
e ma me na na ya me di obi ari fe na ya me friend na ya o twa me koto because I say me sad sister e kan na
na ma na ya
o ma me na ya sister na ya
enti ye kasa ye kano abusuafo ya tete afirifie asa na ye be ya amanyosem ya tete afirifie asa na ye be content creators enti wo de wo create content e dia peska but kai se wo gu ma me no papa ni mu ase ugu abusuafo ani mu ase baabi a wo ko school ugu o mani mu ase asori a wo ko ugu o mani mu ase wadwe ni se wo di peska enso enye nti mesrem encheche ne nye na mom se bibi ankoka papa obi atena social media obi atena radio so obi aye politics akasa for so many years ne ho ma asemo da die ntira sebe moni mu a wode adwene ni nyansa eto asemo a wo ka ho said ye be ya na no nkotia obi you can talk to people in so many ways last time I catch madam we say e manya me ama yetumi ye mfa nya adwuma wokunu ya dia e kwai bebre wo ho a woni be ma ne be kasa obeti ase nye de da wo ye kasa gu na so woti kwa say de wo so da ye no na say wo ka de ma yo den me be wo tete no na be ma ne nya me ne kasa fa no obowa e ye wa na wo ka wasem wodi de kukuku kasa ye no enti wodi bokoboko obetim de wasem atodwa sebe wodi kasa pa ebetimi de wasem atodwa ni nyina because afenso so ye ka asem a we should speak to the facts
nye bibia no waso
no I mean and you say nye bibia o asem no na aba this is what we're talking about talk to what is happening and stop exporting said there ben fast said there ben why do we do that the entity yes sir asem you say what misinformation and you what disinformation ba ko you say asem no ente sa akra you say adwa kire wanyem na you say kwasi mensa na nyem no kura di adwa anyem na so nye kwasi mensa na ne nyem debi ade sika fiasa no menu wahunu enti anu ko basa na asem no ente sa na wo de ba but adwa kire wanyem oni kwasi mensa na ne say o sei asem no kura na eba no akwanya wo ho Ghana mrama wo kwan se wo su timi de wanu tumu bi ba wo de wanu tumu no de na wo ka ka no kura na ewo mu no na jai se de anya no kura wo ha wani na wo kon ho yi ntintini dia so wo ka because o kasa ma party ba ban mu a ya ma position wo kasa ma waban afra o say oh matesa o kasa pa entibra ye do to board we so konkonsa ebedi gashet wakodi konkonsa ne ama position emwa ni nyina anye na empanyimfo a wo mo cheche no nso wo mo fa mra ne nya adwuma wo mo fa mra ne nya adwuma emra wo Ghana emra ye adwuma wo Ghana emra it means ya mra ye adwuma and sakura na Supreme Court so wo sua mra na ese mra no Bible mu bre ni na ne mra wo ho Bible mu bre na ne mra wo ho so work within the laws. That is what I want to say. Operate within the laws and stop and import and export importing free baby right and stop importing other things to your benefit. As a person udi manie ntina de enhyemra ni mu no na ma lawyer Martin Pebubu afọ waka wansam yo so ahunu every semra no wo ho se nipa ne ma ni beu said the lawyer Dominic Brenyaka no or see bill no to the judge's discretion, right? Judge no it will range. Of course.
So one card the security services in the hornbody yeah.
It will range between this and that. But as a outrageous, sometimes as a bruise too much. And as a open sending panel what say
punishment.
A bassa as a free application of the law as a ye percent ye mia if there is a lesson that you want the person to learn or the yaunti on bibi free. But if you apply within the laws, na emrano na ye adwuma enipa no say ade a me ye eno na de me fa mu say eno na ma anye ni ye. Sometimes you say miracles ka say charges na dey man no, of course about social media ye nim say no ye no kwese ye no kore wo sem ensem a ye dey to no so nimpo no enen nan ya wo kodi wo EOCO no ye misa. So if truly, and I know some rani muno, musi ya chemia. You can't tell me say no. Tell me the language I understand.
Okay.
It is a tree, a brofo, a yanwana language. You come no. Immediately look for the person who can translate to my understanding. Na on church me, muna mi hunu say adie wenti ni achemia tum. Enti isa wanye we ya mama hunu say adie wenti ni achemia tum wa pejame edemi akoshem dia. Human rights must be applied.
All right.
All
right. Thank you. My memory for so
Adwa asema okay. But I say where we for the term aura. Operation
recover.
Oh no, ini so ni hiame sin o ni Can I Japan say na yere wo fi no obi free aban we mu approaching with $55 million contract against a 11% kickback. That is a juicy one for Aura. That not even a phone call. Yet I say a government officials can transport to drugs. I find meth, aquabridge meth, a powerful thing we will be them. Ghana ha we back up with them best 10 years in a buying catchy a camp meth phone. Interior Minister Bettino or no government official or no crisis, and EOCO after the government officials or Unkufi. So no. Na okwachi TikToker all yeah many adwaya say kasano ya doso but really senyin kontumpu enye ne koye sebi because I can say media in democracy is allowed.
All right. Yeah, so yes or no
it's allowed. Caricature you New York Post Washington Post.
Senye tro try to be so.
No, it's your right to express your view. It's your right.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't
exceed certain limits.
I get it. Homo my a ban win my who says I can say who here politics. Can tell a national in studio. We President Mahama.
Almost ready to
I started to the cochino, Okako chicken, that's why all day.
0551599933 Monsumra Sobes Mabin